class 9, the very first class of the intermediate division in the gray female show. Thanks, guys, for coming back and joining us again. Jumping out, jumping back in, so you guys can go and check out some of the, makes it easier for you to find people that you want to find when you can look by the division. So we just finished the calf, and again, Razorback, congratulations to Razorback and to Schulte. They did great. And now we are in class 9. This is our intermediate division. See if we can get that camera angle backed up a little bit. I think they're just too close there. This is, again, class 9. This is the very first class of the intermediate division of the gray females. So this is class 9. I think he's leaving the ones he really likes out on the rail. Yep, that looks like what he is doing. So we're going to zoom in over here and see who we've got. These are going to be our top 4, it looks like. They're so far our top 4 in this class. Okay, we're down to, looks like the top 2 right here. And it looks like we're going to go with the...
Another one of those classes that some of them were similar in their type and kind and were a little easier to pair together. This one in my mind just kind of stood out on the front end. Didn't necessarily feel that initially coming in. She's the big bodied,
Who is that?
Big outline female that's real stylish. She's obviously not as strong right there behind her shoulder and may or may not ever grow into that hip. But I think she's really square and level out of her hip. I love the 3-dimensional shape. In her rib, she's got a good ground covering stride, not the soundest, freest movement in the class. That belongs to the 4-fold, here, right? But one that I really like in terms of how she moves and tracks. Up-headed, real feminine featured, just a good one that I felt like was the one I liked more in terms of being less problematic or more fault-free. The next female that comes in is one that you like the amount of depth she has. She's very uniform from her top line to her underline. She's so long pattern, she gives you the appearance she needs to be a touch deeper in the flank. That's not the case. There's a lot of 3-dimensional shape there. It's just deceiving. She's a female in my mind that does get a little bit more coarse, if you will. That's a harsh term. She's not that. But up front and a little bit shorter up front comparatively to the one that won. I love how clean she is through her navel. I love how square she is over her hip. And again, that uniform body depth is a good thing, just a little bit deceiving on the type of body type she is. The real heavy middle, deep-sided one is the one we see next. One that I feel like, in all honesty, she's just today a little more restrictive off those rear 2. That has nothing to do with structural soundness. She's a mover as well. She's just not reaching out really far in terms of her hip and hop. She's a female in my mind that, in addition to that, gets a little bit shorter coupled, maybe a little shorter up front compared to those bigger, longer pattern type females. You want to see one in motion move well, the next one is her. I kept her longer in the group and probably didn't have the middle necessarily to compete with that top trio, but if it would put her in motion for us. She's as feminine as they come. Love the way she's really sound off both ends of her skeleton. She may not walk for us now, but one I really, really like in motion. Gives up some of the overall volume and body type in that top group. We'll talk one more, and then the next female's got the body depth. Got the feet underneath her, got a little bit maybe coarser for me in terms of over her hip. I know when she would get set up and get leveled, that was not the case. Maybe just a touch coarser down her top on the move as she was tracking. Maybe not as long or as refined fronted compared to that top 2 that were on the front end. But another really rugged bone, good female there. And again, as we kind of go from here, just gave up either some of the volume or body type that we saw in that top group. Nice class.
Okay, so in first
Results
place,
of Class 9
we have the
late senior
V8
heifer
Ranch,
calves.
Miss V8 251
First
over
place
9,
goes
and
to
that's going to be
V8 Ranch.
sired by Mr. V8
Second,
146
Joyce
over
Custom
8.
Fitters.
And in
Third,
second,
Heritage Cattle
we're going to
Company.
have the Lady H.
Fourth,
Sarah Manso
IS
313 over 9. That's going to be a JDH Mr.
Fifth,
Monroe
Schulte
Manso
Cattle
out of
Company.
Lady H. Patricia Manso
Sixth, Walters
610.
Livestock.
So congratulations
Seventh,
to those
Schulte Cattle
breeders. We
Company.
have V8 Ranch, and then we have
And eighth,
the Joyce
IS
Custom
Ranch.
Fitters with the Lady H.
We're
Sarah
now ready to
Manso.
enter Class 10. These are
So
early
these are going to be,
senior
this is
heifer
going to be
calves.
class 10. Class 10, remember we're going to go through class 12 if I remember correctly. We're going to go through class 12. So here we go with class number 10.
Just a reminder that tomorrow is Friday, and at 4 p.m. the AJBA Cornhole Tournament will begin. So if you'd like to enter, it's $35 a team. It goes a 60-40 cut. 40% goes to the cash prize, and 60% of the proceeds go to benefit our 2021 All-American in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Find an AJBA member. I know there's a few out here today, or a director, and sign up. Have a fun cornhole tournament tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. here in this center. We will have a hamburger dinner. Everyone invited, everyone as well.
Sorry guys, can get you. Yes. No, I'm good. Team Heritage is asking me if I need coffee because they were my coffee fix at the Nationals.
We do have a pot.
Ooh, maybe later. Ooh.
Sounds good.
Ah.
Eventually we'll need Okay.
Gayla from Team Heritage is here taking care of me. She's my buddy. She takes good care of me all the time. Oops, wrong thing. Okay.
This is gonna be big.
And there we go. Let's back up here. I was having a little trouble with my Zoom not working for me. Let's give you a little 3 angle there. And again, this is class number 10. class number 10. Thank you guys for watching. I've been uploading our red photos, believe it or not. We are uploading our red photos onto our photo site now, so you guys can purchase and look through and see all of the red photos at BrahmanJournalPhotos.com or BrahmanPhotos.com. So thank you guys for being here with us. This is a huge class, huge class. I'm sure Kat's probably watching since her dad is in the arena. We have all kinds of people watching. Thank you guys so much. Let us know where you're watching from and what you think about it. Tell all your friends to join us. We're gonna get to, here we go. So the rhythm that the judge has been doing, so you guys know, is that he has been, for the most part, it seems like, pulling the ones that are last now and leaving the cattle on the rail that kind of are his faves at this moment in time. In the red class show, if you were watching, you could see that it was a little bit of a different kind of rhythm that he did. So let's see what we have over here. If I can get maybe zoomed in and get over the top of some of those. And we'll give you a 3-shot angle. See how that works for you guys. All right, that gives you kind of a bird's eye view of the best that we can. Hey, Winston, thanks for joining us. That gives you kind of a bird's eye view. Hey, Peppy, how are you? Watching from Boca Chica, Mississippi, Shiloh Farms. Thanks for watching. Catherine, thanks for watching. Catherine Romero is watching with us. Now again, the judge may change his rhythm. We just don't know. And we'll find out what he's doing. Oops, we've got one camera that looks like it's acting a little slow. Let's see if we're okay. Might need to check the batteries on those other cameras. Just when we, yeah. Hey Hannah, glad you're watching. We had some BER, Bullseye Ranch, that was doing really good. Those calf classes and stuff. And we are now in the second class. Yes, we're in the second class of the intermediate. So let's see what we've got going on here. Looks like the judge might be walking. We have Jim Williams of V8 Ranch here at the first. Carrier Cattle Company. Brandy Barnes. Walters Livestock, Walters Livestock. On the stick. I don't know if he's sorted them yet. If he has, then we have a V8 Ranch up the top. We have the Carrier Cattle Company sitting second. Very big class, as you guys can see. So still out there we have 462, which is going to be V8 Ranch's Miss V8 203 over 9. That is going to be a Mr. V8 380 over 6 daughter out of Miss V8 499 over 7. And then it looks like we have Carrier Cattle Company, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know who we had in second, sorry. I'm not sure who was showing for who. Oh, that was a Bullseye Ranch. Sorry about that. So now we have V23 battling out between the two V8 females. We have Miss V8 208 over 9, and we have Miss V8 203 over 9.
It's a great class throughout, especially anybody in that top 10, 12 in this group, to be honest. The female that I'm starting a class with, I love her hip in motion. She's a female that does not drop out of her pins. She doesn't get rounded. She's one that just really holds it together. Got a ton of meat to her, yet still is really stylish and awful nice balanced. Ground covering. She's not excessive in her conditioning today and is just really, really good. You got a female that comes in next that really from the start was the one I kind of thought was going to be top of the class. The differences I see between these two, you got a little bit more conditioning on the female in second, but the female in second just slightly, and I'm talking ever so slightly, drops in her pins, gets a touch more rounded out of that hip, only in motion. Those top pair are really, really good. I love the of depth in the female in second. Again, that's kind of what I saw and what I sorted. Got a big outline, rugged bone female coming in next. One that's got a lot of good and a lot of balance to her as well. You had two really thick-ended, square hip female that just kind of made her in that realm of she either wins or she's kind of in this spot. That's where she sorted for me today. I love that top pair, and so she just kind of got into that second hole, but a good rugged bone, feminine featured heifer. The one in fourth, not unlike the one we had in second in this class. just a touch quicker off both ends in terms of length. She's one that, again, ties in high at the point of her shoulder, just maybe not as long from those shoulders forward. One that's ultra thick and could have been in that top pair with those two having that same conversation. Again, just a touch quicker off both ends, and that's what I saw. Red female coming in next. A little bit greener than some of these other out here today, but I love the long pattern, big outline look of this heifer. She's one that really reaches out there and wants to walk. And when she does, she's easy to notice. Pounds lighter than that top four in the group, but when in terms of style and balance. We'll talk two more. The next female coming in is one that I kept going back to. There was something, I don't know if it's the color pattern or what, that made me think she needed to be pulled quicker. I'm glad I didn't. She's a female that's strong behind her top. She's deep from her fore to rear rib. Sound off both ends. Maybe just has a little bit more leather up in that front 1/3. Outside of that, she's good. And then we got a female again on this side, really deep, got a capacity to hurt well. Just comparatively to those real stylish females, she got a touch coarser off both ends. Good group.
Okay, so
Results of
in
the
that
Class
first place,
10 early
we had
senior
the Miss
heifer
V8
calves.
203 over 9,
First
which was
place
led by
goes
Tim
to
Williams,
V8
and that was
Ranch.
Mr. V8 380 over
Second place
6 daughter,
goes to
out of Miss
Razorback
V8
Farms.
499 over 7.
Third
Second was
goes to
Razorback
Bullseye
Farms
Ranch.
with their Miss V8 208 over 9,
Fourth
and that again is
goes
a
to
Mr.
Walters
V8 933 over 7, out of Miss V8 102
Fifth
over
goes to
8.
Walters
So
Livestock.
congratulations to those two.
Sixth goes to
That
Garrett
was first and
Thomas.
second, and we are getting ready
Seventh
to move
goes to
into
Paradise
class number
Islands.
11,
8th goes
and then
to
we will go to
Paradise
12, and then we will go to the division
Ninth
drive.
goes to Satterfield Ranch. 10th goes to Michael Curry.
Okay, we are in class 12. In class 12 right now, guys.
11th goes to Greta Forestier. 12th goes to Joyce Custom Fitters. 13th goes to Satterfield Ranch.
Yes, ma'am.
14th goes to Avonlea. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this so bad.
I do it all the time.
Nietzsche. Excuse
You
me.
can just go ahead and give me 2 whenever
Got
you
people telling me how to do this. 15th goes to Ferguson Cattle. 16th goes to Mackenzie Thames. And 17th, I'm sorry, goes to Jaylee Rushing. We're now ready for class 11, late summer yearling heifers.
Oh, and I will be both over there whenever you get it.
Okay. Check, because have you already checked?
Yeah, they were both on their last little dot.
Sorry, guys. We were changing out batteries. Let me get you back over here so you actually get to see some cattle. Sorry about that. We do a lot of different things at the same time. Alrighty, it looks like we're getting down to the top. Sorry about that, guys. I am doing a couple things at the same time. So, who did we end up with?
I don't know.
Are we back to judging like we were earlier
Yeah,
with the
first.
reds, where we leave the? But we pulled the first. Okay.
I do
So I
believe
think that Michael Joyce there
Yes.
in that first spot is going to be. Yep, I think that's how we have them placed. Let's move along over here. There we go. Whoops, sorry guys. Took you for a quick ride. $479.
Is first and 420 is second. I'll go for walking after.
Unless he's walking them again. Okay. Judge looks like he's walking his top 3. And let's see where he goes.
Start with a female here, one that just in my mind, is the complete female in the group. She's one that offers the style and balance and those traits we like to see phenotypically. She's really clean, ultra clean in terms of her navel and her front 1/3. She's a female that she's got such a big hip in her. First glance, you're wondering if she's deep enough hearted. She's as uniform from fore to rear rib. Holds herself together down her top line, wonderful when she's on the move. She's got a little more set to her hop. But outside of that being a talking point, she's sound off both ends of her skeleton, a lot of good in her, I like her. Maybe a little bit more rugged boned female is one we have here in second. One in my mind, I love the femininity and refinement about the head and neck. She ties in nice at the point of her shoulder and is really bold-centered. A female compared to our class winner, when she's on the move, gets just a touch coarser in terms of how she tracks over her hip. She's not necessarily dropping her pins, and we're not saying that she's coarse made, but when you put her in motion, you love the feet and legs she has underneath her and love the depth of side she has. Again, just gets a touch coarser either through that front 1/3 or over her hip compared to our class winner. Female that I like in terms of a nice balanced package, the one we have in third. I'd like to see her just a little more pulled apart skeletally underneath. She's one that's got a lot of balance and eye appeal to her. I think she's long enough from the shoulders forward and got a good hip. She doesn't step down on a big foot, but it fits her body. But when you watch her track and you watch her coming to you, she's awful narrow underneath. That's just a minor point. Love her from the side view profile, and again, that's kind of what I saw. Female coming in next is a big hipped, big bodied female, one that's rugged in her bone work. Just doesn't have some of the style and balance that we see. Maybe just a touch right there behind her shoulders weaker, but that's tying into a really big hip. Again, that's kind of where we were at with her. The latter two that are coming, just a little bit more rounded or a little heavier or more advanced in their conditioning for my taste today. But that's kind of where we saw them. And then the female on the very end, I'll go ahead and talk her one last time, ending a class fully. She kind of got lost for me. I love the feet and legs under this female. She's just pounds lighter than the rest of this group, and especially the contemporaries around her, and that's kind of why we sorted her toward the end. Good clap.
Okay. Coming back up. That was class number
Results
12?
of class 11, late summer yearling heifers. First
that 11?
place went to DNS Cattle.
Oh, sorry guys, that was 11.
479, Miss Valencia Rosita. Second place, Schulte Cattle, entry
Got ahead of
420,
myself.
Miss SCC
Okay,
Schulte
so
Harley.
that was class 11.
Third
And in
place,
first place
IS
was
Ranch Fitting
the
Services,
D&S
entry
Cattle
168,
of
four
Kaplan,
in Miss
Louisiana, and that
411.
was Michael
Fourth
Joyce on the
place,
stick.
Savannah
That was
Allen,
Miss
entry
Excelencia
447,
Rosita,
CT
and that's going to be a Mr. V8 501 over 7 daughter out of Miss Callion 532. And in second, we had that Schulte Cattle Company, Miss Schulte, Miss SSC Schulte. You're going to guess maybe Harper or Harlow. And it's a Mr. SNS Bandit TC704 out of Miss SCC Hope. So now we're going to move along to class 12. Sorry about that, guys. I got myself ahead of myself. So now we're in class 12. Alrighty then, let's get moved back over here. Again, this is class 12 now. Sorry, I got ahead of myself before. So this is class 12, and it is the last class of the intermediate division. Brandolin. 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 No, no, no.
Are we
We're live.
sound off?
No. Hold on 2 seconds. We're going to go sound off for just a second. Like, sound off. Okay, we're back. Sound on. We're in class 12. This is our last class of the intermediate. I have one that wanted to take a little trip. I want to thank ST Genetics and HK Cattle for being a sponsor of the Brahmin Journal Live feed here. So, hey, Lisa, glad to see you guys join us. All kinds of people are joining us. Sorry, I've been kind of quiet. I've been uploading photos. So, our photos from the Red Female Show, the group photos, all the group photos in the arena, as well as all the Red Female Arena photos are already up on our photo site. Hey, Roberto, glad that you could join us. We were just talking about this. ST Genetics and HK Cattle, they're going to present their Gemstones sale. That's going to be on Cattle in Motion, and that is going to be January 27 to 28. 27 to 28. So thank you for being a sponsor. And of course, we're going to also thank Boga Cheetah. Southern Bells sale. They're going to have the Southern Bell sale. And I have to say, guys, I have seen some of these cattle. They've been giving me some sneak peeks of the cattle that they think they're going to be putting in this sale, and it is really impressive. So they're going to be 15 elite red and gray Brahman show heifers and donor prospects in that sale. And they're going to be offerings from Boga Cheetah Cattle, D7 Cattle, Jason McMullen, Jones Farms, and Wedgeworth Cattle. And that's going to be in July, right around that time of that All-American show, I'm sure. They're in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So Hattiesburg, Mississippi, be there. We will be live and online. So live and online there on with Best Cattle Sales. And then, of course, have to thank the Genetica Tropical. They're going to be having their semen and embryo sale with us. Semen and embryos they're going to be selling in February. And those are some breeders from Mexico that just do tremendous job with their breeding programs. And that's going to be February 26, 27, and 28. It will be online only, and it'll be the first annual. We ran a sale for them in Merida, Mexico, not too long ago. It was live and online back in November, and it was really successful. And of course, if we're talking about Mexico breeders, we can't say enough about our good friends at Brahman Selecto. They have some tremendous breeders. We had a really great sale for them. That was the very first online auction for breeders in Mexico. So we were really excited about that. But they're going to be online with us at Best Cattle Sales February 6th through 7th of 2021. And of course, Heritage Cattle Company, we can't say enough about how great their breeding program is. It's Team Heritage. We're big fans of Team Heritage. And they're going to have their online sales with us this year. So we're very honored to be able to present you their online auctions. And that's going to be, their next one's going to be February 2nd, Spring Brahman Bull online sale. Good friends over there at Heritage Cattle and, Team Heritage, all those Lady H's and all the H's that they have. It's just awesome. They do just a tremendous job in their breeding program. Then Carolina Brahman Breeders Sale. We were there for their 40th annual. That was our first time to go live and online. We were really excited. We've done some things to our system since then that I think you'll really enjoy. So Best Cattle Sales will be there with Carolina Brahman Breeders Association for their 41st annual sale. That's going to be June 12th, 2021. So make sure you mark your calendars and go visit bestcattlesales.com and see what we've got going on. Look at what we've done. We have whittled our way down to, I believe, 2. We're walking them. We're going to see what we've got going on. Okay, so 231 is going to be showing for Joyce Custom Fitters, and this is going to be Miss Bar F Fiesta. This is Bar F Fiesta. This is a BC Mr. Smoky 31 daughter out of Miss V8 200/8. And I believe in second, unless he's going to leave them just like that. And then in second, we're going to go with our Bullseye Ranch entry. Our Bullseye Ranch entry is going to be Miss BER Delilah, and that's going to be a JBR
Looks like she's a
0
little weak
over 7
behind her
over
hump.
4.
You need to look again because she's strong behind her hump. She's not as level from shoulder to hip because she's got a big hip in her, but I sure do like her. She's the one really feminine featured, still sound moving female that offers a good body type in terms of depth and spring of side. You can tell she's a female on the front end. We've got a couple in here that are great from the shoulders back, but their heads are almost on their shoulders. I love the femininity in her. I love how she's strong right there behind the hump. Granted, she's not nearly level from shoulder to hip, but outside of that, there's a lot of good in that female. Love her body type. Love the way she is in motion. Female coming in second is the next female that I like in terms of a complete, more fault-free design. Obviously not the front end that we see on the female we just described, but she's right and true in terms of her structural soundness and where she lays in at her shoulder. She's a female that's really good in terms of her body depth, got a good hip in her, like the strength of her when you view her from the rear, off the back too. Again, just a touch plainer about the head and neck compared to my class winner. And then we got two females that are really similar in their type and kind. They're both advanced in their conditioning. They both, that somewhat works to both of them's disadvantage because they're heavy brisketed females, and neither of them have a ton of length from the shoulders forward. I love the shape they both have. You got a little longer pattern one, maybe a little shorter cannon one behind her. I feel like those two paired up fairly well. Both of them are clean in terms of from their front 1/3. I just like to see them both just a touch longer from the shoulders forward. Then you got a female coming in next that was kind of an anchor on the front end. One I see a lot of good in her. She's a relatively complete female. Just gave up some of the style and balance points that we saw on that top end, followed by that thick-ended pair that we'd like to see a little longer fronted. And then we'll wrap the class out here with a really complete type of a female, one that's ultra moderate in terms of her size and scale, but I think she's correct. She just got outsized and outhorsed in this group. Good class throughout.
Okay, so that was class number 12. We're getting ready to go into Division Drive, but that's going to be Joyce Custom Fitters, Miss Bar F Fiesta 12. That's going to be a BC Mr. Smoky 31 daughter out of Miss VA 200/8. And in second, we had the Bullseye Ranch entry. That was going to be Miss BER Delilah 657. That's going to be a JBR Mr. 07/4 daughter out of Miss VA 401/6.
Third goes to
Okay,
Garrett
so
Thomas.
I
Fourth goes to
believe
Schulte Cattle
we're
Company.
getting ready to go into
Fifth
the intermediate.
goes to Joyce Custom Fitters. Sixth goes to JD Hudgen Ferguson Division. Seventh goes to Little Pecan Cattle.
Okay.
Eighth goes
So
to JD
now,
Rushing.
sorry guys, we're moving into the
Ninth goes to the Schulte Cattle Company.
intermediate championship.
10th goes to Rodriguez Cattle Company. And 11th goes to Savannah Allen. We're now ready for our intermediate division champion drive.
We are in the intermediate division
Out of
champion
class
drive.
9, we had the V8 Ranch. And second place was Joyce Custom Fitters. Class 10, first place was V8 Ranch. Second place was Razorback Farms. Out of class 11, D&S Cattle. Second place was Schulte Cattle Company. Out of class 12 was Joyce Custom Fitters. Second place was Bullseye Ranch.
It's a great intermediate grade, 4 classes, but we sure hit a lot of numbers and a lot of quality. Let me hit the high points just real briefly. The one on the far end, just a big outline, real square and level made type female. I love the shape and I love the pigment and I love the really refined head on a really thick-ended female that we have at that second class. Again, really big hip type female, really square and strong right behind her shoulders. And then I really like the big outline female that again is the kind of female that I like in this group. This is a ultra competitive division, and obviously it'll stay that way for a while. There's one that just really elevates to the top in terms of breed character, muscle shape, yet still got that kind of front end and the head on her to where you know she's a female. She's really good. That's the female coming out of that second class to be my intermediate champion today.
Okay, so we have the V8 entry. That's going to be led by Jim Williams there. And that's going to be... that is going to be Miss V8 203 over 9.
Our champion comes out of the class 10. That's V8 Ranch, Miss V8 203 over 9.
And that is a 380 daughter out of Miss V8 499 over 7.
This takes, again, following kind of in pattern. That was a tough class. As we stand back out here and bring that second place up, those traits are still there that I love about each of them, but the one that I find next best would be second out of that class. That would be my reserve intermediate champion. She'll be reserve.
Okay, and then in
That was the
reserve,
second
we
place
have the
coming
lovely
out of
Brandy
class 10 that
Barnes
belongs
leading
to
the
the
Miss
Razorback
V8
Farms,
208 over
Miss
9, and that is
208
Razorback
over 9.
Barnes. So
Now ready
congratulations,
for
guys.
Class 15, Lady Junior Yearling Heifers.
And we are going to come off, and we will be back shortly. So we will be back with the junior division in just a few seconds.